Hey people, Sumocat here with a Gotta Be Mobile shortcut. I've got here the TEGA V2. As many of you know, our good friend Hugo Ortega has sent these out to several mobile PC users, including us here at Gotta Be Mobile. Warner's been doing a great job documenting the out-of-box experience and non-geek perspective. Today I'm going to show you something a little more geeky. Alright, so said a few times, out of the box, Windows 7 is not great for touchscreens. On top of that, it's not great for small screens either. So there's kind of a double whammy going on here. Windows can be made to work better with small touchscreens, but it takes a good bit of work. And I'm going to show you what I've been doing in Firefox to give you kind of a general idea of what can or maybe should be done. Alright, so with Firefox I've set it to launch at full screen using an extension called Fullscreen. And my home page is a set of bookmarks, visual bookmarks, using speed dial. Alright, so each of these I can just tap it and go to it. Actually, let me just tap it and go to it. Alright, so here's my blog, Sumocat Scribbles. I'm also using FireGestures to get shortcuts to get some things done. Alright, so that was a press and hold for right click, drag to the right, and now we got speed dial again. Alright, this actually opens a separate tab. I set the downward drag to close the tabs, or close that tab. Alright, tap here, get me to Gotta Be Mobile. Alright, you can see here some of the things we've been doing with TEGA V2 as well as some other happenings in technology. I've also set a gesture right and left to show me the tabs that are open. That's called Firefox Showcase, that extension. And I can just tap on any one of them to get to what's going on there. Alright, on top of that, Windows 7 does offer gesture control. The default is drag up and down and right and left for back and forward. Let me show you one of those. Excuse me. Alright, by default Windows does a right drag for back and a left, actually they're called flick, a left flick for forward, so that it kind of works like you're turning the page. Because I'm primarily a web user, it makes more sense for me to reverse that. So I do a left flick to go back and a right flick to go forward. Alright. Now the up and down dragging, again, that's part of Windows 7 Premium Editions. I also have an extension called grab and drag, which makes it a little more smoother in Firefox. Alright. Let me do a left drag there to show you what Firefox looks like when it's not in full screen. Got the Windows taskbar here, tabs there, address bar, status bar, menu bar with my bookmarks bar next to it, and title bar at the top. Alright, takes up a lot of real estate, this part, and you only get that much screen actually looking at the web. So viewing this in full screen makes a lot of sense. Can't quite get rid of this scroll bar at the side even though I don't use it, but that's alright. I can deal with that at least. Alright, the TEGA V2 includes functionality with the home button here to show the desktop. Alright, if you're only using one application, then it's a real easy way to toggle between that and the desktop, so you can see clock or date or your volume control here via gadgets. I also have a brightness control here, which I have turned down to the lowest this will take it is 28, so you can see the screen a little more clearly. Let's bump it up again. See, it's a little more washed in the video when I do that, so I have it bumped down. I also have a battery meter here. It shows me I'm currently at 68%, around about 2 hours. Alright, so used in tandem with the home button, I can jump between this and other applications. Well, let me not do that right now. Okay, if I need to see something at the top, I can do a drag to the left, see that, and then just hide it when I'm going through pages. I want to see what tabs I have open. Oops. See what tabs I have open, a right left drag. I can pop over to any one of those. I have a right drag set to open other bookmarks. Here's notebooks.com. And then let me pop over to Pandora here. See how long this takes to load. Alright, so to take a few different extensions in here. So I got the full screen, speed dial, the showcase, grab and drag, and FireGestures. Let me pop this down. Go over to the tools menu, add-ons. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything. I mean, I have a few others in here, but those aren't essential to what I'm showing you here. Oh, I do have the Google Voice add-on for Firefox. That's great for making calls from the browser, or calling my phone to their phone from the browser. And let's see. Don't know why that's asking me to make a new station. I got iSounds of Aloha. Have that come in. Okay, so I got that playing in the background. Pop over to another tab. And there you go. It's just some of the tweaks I've been doing with Firefox to make it work better on a small touch screen. Kudos to Hugo for having the foresight to put in that it's essentially a toggle button. Everything's nice and speedy with the solid state drive. Now there are some quirks to it. You know, the keyboard looks pretty good here actually. I kind of want well, the TEGA V2 comes with a trial edition of EI's board, which I've been looking at, and I'm not sure I like it any better than the standard Windows 7 keyboard. I would like to give dial keys a try now that I have a touchscreen device this size. And here's what I'm talking about with the standard Windows 7 keyboard not being perfect. Here it is popped up, basically covering the field I'm trying to fill in. Also need to play around with the built-in gestures a little bit. Which don't seem to be doing anything right now. But FireGestures is working fine. So again, FireGestures, I have it set to do work with a right click, which is press, hold, get that circle. Kind of have to work a little slowly when you're launching that. I have to say, Pure Touch is not nearly as fluid and swift for me is using a pen plus touch system with active digitizer, right? And I pretty much fly through things on that. So I'm a little gotta be a little more patient, to put it that way, working with this pure touch system. But again, it can be tweaked, it can be made better, but I have to agree with everyone. Out of the box, Windows 7, not always great, and there we go. Sometimes not as quick to respond as I'd like, and certainly not as intuitive for your casual user to just pick up and go. Alright, so there you go. Firefox on the TEGA V2 made a small screen touch friendly. Thanks for watching.